Cocaine ghost boat washes up in Marshall Islands. It's thought the vessel might have drifted across the Pacific Ocean from Latin America, spending possibly months out at sea. Drugs often wash ashore on the remote Pacific archipelago, but last week's discovery set a new record. Upon further investigation, they discovered the packets of drugs in a hidden compartment inside the boat. Marshall Islands Attorney General Richard Hickson said the boat could have been drifting for more than a year and was most likely from Central or South America. Pacific Ocean currents often push debris from there to the Marshall Islands, and drug finds are not uncommon. Most of the time, the drugs are sold by locals rather than reported to the authorities. Authorities in the Marshall Islands say this has fueled a drug problem, and hospitals have reported a rise in patients with complications relating to the consumption of crack cocaine. Mr. Hickson praised locals for notifying authorities about the most recent haul. In 2014, a man from El Salvador was discovered in a boat that had washed ashore on the island of Ebon Atoll. He said he had spent 13 months lost at sea and claimed to have survived by catching fish, birds and turtles with his bare hands. After his rescue, researchers from the University of Hawaii conducted 16 computer simulations of drift patterns from the coast of Mexico and discovered that nearly all eventually ended up in the Marshall Islands. With a population of 55,000 people, the Marshall Islands consists of two chains of coral atolls together with more than 1,000 islets, just north of the equator in the Pacific. Castaway wants to return to Mexico after Pacific ordeal. Melbourne Tower's lockdown breached human rights. Korean Lantern Festival gets UNESCO honors. China's drinkers develop taste for homegrown wines. Kangaroos can communicate with humans. BBC Culture, inside the homes of legendary artists. Cocaine ghost boat washes up in Marshall Islands too. COVID, Melbourne Tower's lockdown breached human rights '4. The BBC is not responsible for the content of external sites.